G'day, Shah here once again with Four Wheels on the Road, helping you get the most out of your time away. This trip away, we're taking a look at a place that's a little bit out of the road called Joseph Brady Park. We're going to go and take a bit of a look at the surroundings here and see what it's got to offer you. Let's go check it out. Joseph Brady Park is at Barellan Point, which is around about 45 minutes southwest of Brisbane. You can head out along the Ipswich motorway and head towards Ipswich and get out there that way, or you can head out through Kenmore, Ansted and Mount Crosby. It's pretty easy to find your way out there, and there's some pretty good signage once you get to Carolee to let you know where you're at. One of the first things you'll notice when you get out to Joseph Brady Park is that there are two really large grassed areas either side of the park itself as you enter. They're pretty large grassed areas and would be quite handy to have a kick of the footy or play a game of cricket or something like that in. There's tons and tons of space on either side of the park. You'll also see from the footage here that there are plenty of chairs that are positioned throughout the park, and there's a ton of really large gum trees that are here to give you some good shade as well. One of the other things to note about this park as well is that it is a dog-friendly park, so you can bring your dog out here and take them for a swim in the river, and it's a pretty quiet park because of where it's located as well. So if you wanted to spend some quiet time with your dog in the river, it's a good place to do so. The park itself here would be really popular with a couple of different types of people. First of all, kayakers would definitely love this park as it is right on the join of the Bremer River and the Brisbane River, so you can access the Bremer River all the way up to Ipswich and back, and you can also get access to the Brisbane River and do paddles a long way down or upstream from here as well, which is really handy. And as you can see here, it's part of the Ipswich Canoe Trail. The other people that would really enjoy this site as well are people who like going fishing. As you'll see at the bottom of the site, there's a huge area for fishing right where the two rivers join each other, and it's a very popular place amongst people who fish in the area. There's quite a few of these covered areas that are strewn throughout the entire park here, but the barbecue units that are actually here are just the shells at the moment. I presume it's from the flood damage a little while ago and they haven't been replaced yet. The site itself here is actually currently closed to vehicle traffic at the time of filming of this, which is early March 2025, just due to the recent rains from Cyclone Alfred. And as you'll see from your footage here, the water is still up in the Brisbane River in quite a few places. Some of the access down to the water, including the access for kayaking and all the rest of it, is actually closed off at the moment. I think it'd definitely be a really nice place to come and just hang out by the river here. Unfortunately at the moment it's not looking the best just because there's a bit of mud around and the water's still up, but I think it's a really cool place to come and check out anyway. And just another quick word on the facilities here. Even though the tables that are down on the waterfront are actually a little bit underwater and damaged by mud at the moment, there are actually a ton of different tables that are covered that are on site here, and even though the barbecues that are in each of those are not functioning at the moment, it's still a pretty good area in terms of recreation. As you'll also see on site here, there is a bathroom block that's on site, and there are bins that are provided on site as well, which is pretty handy. The park that is available here is quite extensive, and as you can see here, there's plenty of shade and shade sails that are above the park, and a nice soft surface for the kids to play on in the park as well. There's also a heap of covered tables and barbecue areas that are surrounding the park as well, which is pretty cool. You'll also see that there's a ton of car parking available on site. There are two car parks, one that's up the top of the site itself and one down the bottom near the river. So there's tons of parks available for you here. couple of walls here actually that are set up with rock climbing equipment on them. So if you wanted to get your kids to come and learn rock climbing, it's a good place for them to come and do so. As I've mentioned a few times throughout this video, this place is currently a little bit flood damaged at the moment. It's not too bad, it's just a little bit of mud around the place, but it's still underwater in a couple of places. But I imagine it would be a really cool place to come and just hang out by the water under normal circumstances for sure. There's some really great setup areas here, some undercover areas, and the kids' park's fantastic. There's shade sails over that, so other than not having barbecues, it's got pretty much everything you might need. There's water here, bathrooms here, kids' play areas, you can fish here, and you can kayak here as well. So it's a pretty cool area, I think. Alright, well that's going to wrap things up for us here at Joseph Brady Park. Let me know what you think of the place in the comments down below. Also, don't forget to like, subscribe, and most importantly share the channel. I really do appreciate that. And we'll see you next time we get 4 wheels on the road.